Hi, I'm Jill Johnson Young. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Riverside, California. I'm on Your Path Through Grief and at centralcounselingservices.net. I'm doing this video today because as a grief therapist, I try to reach out when bad things happen. And today, Saugus High School, it was a really bad thing. Please know that all of us in your state and around the country are thinking of you. Parents, all of us parents are thinking about you. And kids, when you're a kid in the community, you're everybody's child. And there are lots of people thinking about you and wishing that they had a way to help. I want to give you some tips that others have found helpful at times like this. And I want to say at first, I wish we never had to say these things ever again. Parents, for you, your kids are teens now. If your child is impacted by this, but wasn't one of the ones injured, let your teens talk to their friends. Let them get online and talk to each other. Let them look if they need to look because they were there. They know what happened. You can't protect them from the reality at this point, nor probably should you. When there are memorials being held, take them. Take the time from work, take the time out, get your candles and go, because those moments are when we as a community can show our kids that they are being supported and they have people thinking about them and wanting to protect them. Let them talk about the child who died. Let them talk through what they heard, but don't make them. Some kids are natural talkers and some kids are not. Don't force it. You can give them a blank journal if you want, if they want to write. But make sure you're taking them to the community events to mark this, and make sure you're listening with that extra ear that they don't need some extra help, because some kids are going to be more impacted than others. Not every child impacted by this needs to be run off to a therapist, and I'm speaking as a therapist. But those who do need us, please get them there. Kids, go to the memorials, talk to your friends. Find the support where you need to find it, but let your parents know you're doing okay too. And if you're not, tell them honestly. They will do their best not to freak out, but they do want to be there for you. For the parents who know the parents of the children involved, make sure that they are hearing from you that their kiddos knew this morning before they went to school that they were very much loved. The number one question of parents after one of these events at a school is, did we have a bad morning? Did we have an argument last night? Did I not say I love you as you walked out the door? Those are really hard questions for parents at moments like this. And in trauma, we do forget things. And this today was pure trauma. We all have those moments when we're getting our kids off to school where they don't move fast enough, or we have a meeting to go to, or they didn't get a homework assignment done, and you just want to let them know what that's going to do to their GPA and getting into college. Or they lost their shoe somehow, or whatever it was. If it was that morning for these parents, make sure they hear your child knew that you loved them. Your child went to school knowing that they had parents behind them, grandparents behind them, family and friends behind them who loved them. Because the parents who lost a kiddo today, they need to be sure that they knew that that child knew how very much they were cared about and loved. Parents, if you are struggling, and I imagine many of you are, find some other adults to talk to about it. Find a therapist. Don't try to wrap your kid in cotton batting. Don't try to limit activities now. They were at school. It should have been safe. But they need to be with their peers. They need their regular activities. And they need to know that you trust them as much as you ever trusted them, because some are a little more trustworthy. And that you'll be there for them, but you're not going to stop them from growing and doing the kinds of things they need to do. In a few years, all of our teens are up and out. This is unfortunately the worst way to learn, that our teens are separating from us look to their peers for support more than to us, even though we are parents. We should be perfect and they should want to come to us, right? No, they need to talk to their peers because when they're up and out, that's who they're going to go to first. But they also need to know that if they need you, you're going to be there and you got their back. There may be days that it's tough to get them to school in the coming weeks. That would be normal. There may be days where they need to come home and just lay down. That would be normal too. If they want to just go on with daily activities, let them. This has been a horrendous event for you. For those of us who know other people who have been involved in mass shootings, and there have been a few already close to this area, keep an eye out on those people. Every time we have another shooting, it re-traumatizes those who've lost their loved ones or who have been injured or who've watched injuries happen. Reach out, check in on them, ask if they need anything, take them out for coffee this afternoon, or maybe ice cream because we don't want any more caffeine at this hour on a day that's been this traumatic for everybody. If you need anything more, I know the high school will have services for you. There are going to be other people around for you. Take good care.